Hi everybody in YouTube world. It's June, your Tarot Queen. So today I am going to be gonna do the horoscope. I'm gonna be using the Rider-Waite. I've already pulled out the 12 cards that represent the 12 horoscopes. So I've already pulled them out of the deck. So I'm gonna set the deck aside and we're just gonna kind of throw these around the table a little bit and we'll see whose reading this is for. I do want to thank everybody for liking and subscribing, and please continue to comment. I put your name on a piece of paper and then put them in the bowl so you can win the quote or get the quote for our quote giveaway. So what I like to do is kind of just take them and kind of just shuffle them around, see what happens, see who gets to be pulled for a reading, what horoscope that they are gets to be pulled for a reading, or for this particular reading. Well, he just flew out of there. Well, it's Sagittarius again. But since I did a Sagittarius one last time, I'm going to say that it didn't want to be in this. So, because it flew plumb across the room almost. I almost had to get up. So I'm going to put him back in there. Just because I want to give other people a chance too. And I think I did the Gemini one as well. So it's telling me that one doesn't need to be in there. Maybe it was a Cancer one I did. Guess I need to write those down, huh? I know I did a Sagittarius one. That was the last one I did. And maybe I should do the... No, I'm not going to do it. It tells me no. All right. This is a Libra type of individual. And, you know, Libras have to be in balance. You know, you really have to be in balance in order to thrive. When you're not in balance, you don't thrive. And I guess that's why you're scales. Because if things aren't in balance for you, like if you're up here or down here, then you're off kilter and you're not getting the things that you need to make your life work. It seems like it's off, or you're depressed, or you're, you know, trying to find a way to make things work. So I'm putting you back in there so that if you have to deal with another Libra in your life, you should understand them more than most. And I'm putting the rest of these back in here. And I'm going to start keeping a little list of whom I've written on. I might do it on the back of these bunches of papers of names that I have that are all in the bowl at the moment. And every time you comment on one of my posts, I put your name in there again. So you have multiple chances to win. And then when we do another giveaway, if you've commented on my post multiple times, your name's going to be in there. So you have a chance to win that as well. So just because I pull one of your 20 names that you have in there doesn't mean you won't get a chance to win again. So I know I did Sages, I did Geminis, and now I'm doing a Libra. So this one is for Libras out there in the world. So I'm going to shuffle it. And sometimes, you know, you have a Libra rising or Libra moon sign or birth sign or whatever. So, it could resonate with you as well. So don't count it out just because I said it's for a Libra. Because some people, I would swear, are not what their sign says. But some people, most people are. So, what do Libras in the world need to know today? All right, that's it. Okay. Well, this person is having a battle with their family. And it's not just their family and friends, but Libras, you know, sometimes, you know, they get overwhelmed, or they don't like confrontation. So this is hard for them to fight. Like, this is hard for them to do. They're like, I just assume be like, okay, whatever, just stay away from you and we'll be good, you know? So they don't really like to fight. So they're battling with the family right now. And it doesn't look like they're going to be traveling. This is a major arcana. And maybe they want to, but they can't. They can't afford to travel right now. And that's okay too. You know, it's okay to, you know, take a break and, you know, just take a break from everything and not go anywhere or not do anything and just be by yourself. If that's what you so need to do, you know. And Libras are very, I don't want to say opinionated, because they're not really opinionated, but when they have an opinion, they have one. And they don't like to fight about it. And sometimes when you push them into a corner, they're going to come out scratching. So, you know, if somebody's pressuring you, Libra person out there, you don't have to go if you don't want to. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Learn to say no. Major arcana. And you don't have to get any more education if you don't want to either. You know, you can take a break for a while. I think that Libras are very intuitive, which brings me to the High Priestess. And it's, you know, a very intuitive person. But Libras, being the Libras that they are, they're always second guessing it. They're always second guessing their own intuition. And they know if they just go by their first gut instinct, if you just go by your first gut instinct, it's usually right. Or the first thing that pops into your head, it's usually right. So stick with it. Don't let people talk you into something different, because people can and people will and they will try, but you stay true to you and listen to your intuition. It's really good. You have a very good intuition, so listen to it. It doesn't lead you astray. It really doesn't. So just take the first thing that comes to your head or your mind, or the first answer that pops out of your mouth. Don't do a second guess thing. And yes, this carrying the full load, the full bunt of everything, everybody's depending on you, that's over. I think that you've finally got that taken care of. Ain't nobody dependent on you, so it's okay. It's okay for you to do you. You've carried your fair share, and it's time for others to carry theirs. So you did you, and that's good. That's good. I'm glad that you're not carrying all the burdens anymore. I'm glad for you. So that is it for the horoscope one for today. Now I do want to do, what was that paper that I had with a list of people that have been commenting and liking in my comments. So I've got Joel, and I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, 6866, Joel. So this is for you. We're gonna do 4 cards. I wanna thank you for liking and subscribing and watching my channel. So this reading is for you, okay? So I'm gonna shuffle and think about you, Joel, 6866. We're just going to do a little situational spread and see what happens here. And you may or may not be a Libra, but anyway, your situation is you feel like you don't have any good ideals. You don't feel like you're contributing. As much as you try, this is the Ace of Wands, and you just don't feel like you're contributing. That's what your situation, or somebody's saying you're not contributing. In your enemy position, you have the Ace of Swords, which again is another ace. It's a beginning. And this one is about truth. It's about promise. I always say promises are made to be broken. So try not to promise anybody anything. And, you know, sometimes we don't want to say something when somebody asks us something, like, does this dress make me look fat? And we don't want to say, yeah. Well, don't ask a Sag, because I'll tell you, yeah, if it does. I'll tell you no if it don't. But this might be about, you know, you may have promised someone something that there's no way you can deliver, and you need to tell them that. Or they have promised you and there's no way they can deliver, and you need to figure out why. And I think it's more the other way. I think that somebody promised something to you and they can't or aren't delivering. And in your ally position is you're pretty good about letting stuff go and seeing what comes back and sticks. Because you have the 8 of Wands and it's straight up. So you're good about, you know, hey, I'm going to throw stuff out there and see what comes back and sticks. And so you're good at letting stuff go, you know, and being like okay with whatever. But don't be a doormat. Don't let people walk on you. And then your best course of action is to talk. If you want to talk to this person, talk to them. Let them know how you feel. Let them know what's going on with you. Let them know that you're disappointed. Let them know that, you know, you promised me you'd be around, or you'd help me, or you'd do whatever. And they can't. Maybe they have a good reason, but you don't know unless you talk to them about it. And they don't know that you're upset about it unless you talk to them about it, because you're really good at letting stuff go. And this is a major arcana, so it's telling you to run with that, you know, to talk to them, talk it out. And if it's you that made the promise, explain why you can't deliver. And if they understand, and I think they will, because your voice will be heard. So do it. So then I like to do that last little thing where I just shuffle around. And I usually pull off the top of these. So let's see if there's anything else I have to say to you, Joel, 6866. All right. Let's spread it out a little bit. I'm thinking right in here. And this says, you know, you don't always have to be determined to stand your ground. You know, sometimes you're going to have to be a little bit flexible. And that's not a bad thing. You know, I usually, you know, if it was this way, I'd be like, girl, you stand your ground. Stand your ground. But it's not. It's this way. So you're going to have to be just a little bit flexible. Maybe something happened where they just couldn't do what they needed to do. And you need to let them explain to you what that was. So, or is. So, anyway, with all that being said, I hope it helped. I hope it hit you. And if not, maybe it was meant for someone else. I don't know. But I want to thank you for watching my channel, Joelle6866. I want to thank you very much. And I hope you like and subscribe. Or I guess you have liked and subscribed, but I hope you like and comment and share my content. So, and you are in the bowl yet again. So I'm excited about that. So till next time, y'all stay mystical, and I'm out of here.